All right, guys, this video is a very brief introduction to ancient coins. In front of us today, I have an ancient coin. And I have to admit, if you go to coin shows, you might find a couple. You might find a dealer that has a couple nice ones. If you go to coin shops, typically dealers at coin shops are not experts in Roman or ancient coins. Typically, you just don't see a lot of them. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of dealers out there who do specialize in this. And but in general, there's not a lot of ancient coins available at coin shops. And if there are, they're not going to be real nice ones. They might be beat up. But when you do come across them, here are several things you should look for. And I want to bring your attention up to the corner here. Typically on a slab, on a graded, sonically sealed holder, we have a numerical grade 1 to 70. But here for the ancient coin, we just have choice very fine, which, by today's standards, we might say that's a, you could say it's a 35. A lot of times the extra fine will be at 45, but very fine 25, 30, 35. So, the choice very fine, we could say 30, 35. Strike. Now, the way they made these coins were made by hand. They took a large hammer and bam, they smashed that coin. And, just because they made them by hand doesn't mean that they made very few. They made lots and lots and lots of this stuff. Strike, how hard did that hammer hit that coin, and how well defined and how well are those details raised up on that coin? That's the strike. Another part of the strike that you have to consider is how well centered the coin is. For me, I am not an expert when it comes to Roman coins, ancient coins rather, but it's kind of cool if the coin is off-centered. To me, I think it's kind of cool, but in reality, that actually deters the value. If you're a serious collector, you want that as centered as possible. So that's actually pretty well centered, considering the way it was made. And finally, listed over here is surface. The surface is 3 out of 5. And, believe it or not, these ancient coins are found, they're dug up, there are a lot of hordes of them that come out onto the market, and they're dirty. So guess what? They are cleaned. Now, they're not cleaned using coin care. If you watched one of my videos about copper cleaning, they're not cleaned with a common coin care solution. They are legally, and when I say legally, I'm not meaning, okay by the police. It's just an acceptable way. They're legally cleaned by experts. Basically, it's like a museum quality cleaning to delicately maintain as much value and strike and not detract from the coin as much as they can. So we'll take a look at the surface. Maybe it was buried, or maybe the metal quality, the machinery or lack thereof the blacksmiths that would have metal and prepare the metal for the coinage, a lot of times that metal wasn't of the highest quality. So therefore the surface will have some imperfections. But here you go. We have the ruler's name on the coin, Trajan, and he ruled from 98 to 117. Can you believe how old this coin is? I mean, let that sink in for a while. To me, that, when you look at that, but then you sit there and think about that, it's like, wow, that is unreal. That is unreal. Emperor on horseback on the reverse. So there you go. There's a very brief 101 on ancient coins. I am not an expert. I do know minimal about it. But, take a look at the holder. Strike, surface, just a general choice, very fine. A couple of the things that do, I want to say, roll over into ancient coin collecting. You always want to get the best coin available. If there was two of these side by side, one was extra fine, get the extra fine if you can afford it. Strike, a best strike you can have. You want to have it well centered. Surface, best surface you can have. A lot of times that surface is poor, but the strike is good. Just maybe it was buried for a while, or maybe the metal that was used, it was not a good mixture. And funny enough, many ancient coin collectors, they know what they're doing. They know their stuff. They absolutely are against slabbing a coin. They think that the coin should be in your hand, that you feel that coin. And let me tell you, there's nothing better than a coin in your hand from thousands of years ago, and just appreciate that history. And you cannot get that feeling with this plastic. But if you're talking a little bit more expensive stuff, you want to protect it, you want to sonically seal it, you want to preserve it, and there's no better way than in one of these holders. Thanks for watching. This is John with Garfield Heights Coin Club with a little ancient coin collecting 101. Thank you. Have a good day.